here we are, Pablo and the man, Portland. Well, I guess this is Vancouver, not Portland. Portland is on the other side of the river over there, but Vancouver, Washington. Here we go. We got some materials from Mutual Material, where we got our last materials at the last time we did a job up here for my sister. We got some caps, we got some blocks, we got some gravel. We're not actually using the stone on this project. That's for a different one. That's for this walkway and another one that's going to be done later. But for right now, what we got in the back is a fire pit. I forgot to show you guys in the back. There's a fire box over there that we're going to put in, a little fire pit box. But around the side over here, there's Kenzie. There's little Kenzie. We're gonna be doing a little fire pit down here. So right down here is gonna be a fire pit area. And I think a walkway is gonna go back that way later and wrap around. But this is what we got going. Okay. And I'll show you our fire box back here. So you guys can see. This is our fire box right here. Good, good sized. I think it's about a foot by, I want to say 5 feet, maybe 6, something like that. So that's what will be going in there. And yeah, it's all going over there around the corner down the hill. So keep you guys posted. Got to get it laid out today, and get it, you know, kind of set up so the homeowners here can check it out and see how they like it. So that's what we got. All right, over and out. All right, here we go. We got everything string lined in, so that the homeowners can see what we got going on. Steps, that's our floor level. Fire pit, it's gonna be the center box, and then our blocks on the outside. It's kind of a tight space in between our blocks here, so those might get changed out to something else. I don't know yet, but we'll figure it out later. But yeah, this obviously isn't at grade. It's supposed to be up to the pink line, but yeah, you kind of get the gist of what's going on. Here you can kind of see 1, 2 down to the floor level, all the way around fire pit. Yeah, so that's what we got done today. Everything's stringed in and kind of mocked up so that they can see what's going on before we actually start setting stuff in concrete and or on gravel, and locking it all in. Gotta make sure they like it first. So all right, over and out for today. Peace. As you can see, I'm wetting the dirt as I shovel my footing. That's just so that when I go back to compact the dirt, it will harden and compact easier, since it has a little bit of moisture in it instead of being bone dry. So that's all I'm doing there, just digging my footing, getting my lines going. Yeah. All right, so I started working without setting up the camera, but it's because I didn't want to bore you guys with resetting some of my lines. So we went with 3 steps. Now these are perfectly set up. I got to do the last step, so we're doing 3 steps down, and then we're gonna, you know, level this out, put our fire pit down on the third step down level. So right now I'm setting my stairs, 7-inch drop, 13-inch stepping pad. That's the cap size. So I got one more step to do, and then I got to drop it down, and I got to start pulling dirt, moving dirt over. So that's what we got right now. Yeah, I'll put you guys on the time warp and let you guys check out what we got going. It's kind of warm out here in the sun. I mean, it's not hot, but it's a nice day out. I know it's probably like 100 something in Riverside right now, so I'm not complaining. So I got a creek going on back here. I didn't even show you guys the creek, I don't think. Natural flowing creek right over here. Ooh. I think it used to divert and go into like a pond right here, but they're taking the pond out and they're going to be putting in fire pit. So, all right, put you guys on the time warp. Let's go. All right, we're done for today. We got our footing dug, we got our gas line trench dug. Gotta get the gas line and run it, and then we're gonna stub up one out back there. Gotta run the gas line in first course just tomorrow, do some more grading, do our second course, then our third course, and yeah, so that's it for today. Yeah, there's some other homies down here working, cleaning the river gully out. Oh, there they are. There's the other workers getting it.
Our machine works, so that's good. It's
Oh,
just our
nice.
phone.
The cords.
I think we tripped it.
Oh.
Word.
Oh, man.
Yeah, we're
electricianal work. Oh, shit.
electrician freak.
All right, so we're back at it today. We got some more gas line connectors. I already got my elbow on, and this is gonna drop right down through there, boom, and give me a nice little gas line down there. So I have to now wrap my pipe, put some pipe dope on it, which you need to use this to seal your pipes. You need to keep everything wrapped up so it doesn't rust. And then when it's in the ground, same thing. You can buy the pipes that are already coated with green protective powder coating, but they didn't have those. So I am wrapping it all myself. So that's what we got today before I start mixing cement. Is get my gas line ran, everything in. So we're gonna run this down, then we're gonna run in our tea to our barbecue. I'll take you guys down there underneath. It's pretty dusty, dirty down there, but gotta get in there, gotta get her done. So, yep, that's where we're at today. Or as far as we are in the processes we got so far. One-man crew out here, just me. So sometimes stuff takes a little longer when you got one guy doing it all. gonna hook it up from up here. As long as I don't drop it down the hole. I can't see. There we go. Oh, we're good enough. All right. So how it goes is unscrew your plastic cap off. Make sure your threads are good. Sometimes the threads get dinged up or messed up when the pipes get dropped or whatever. So make sure your threads are good. Make sure your threads are good when you buy them. Take some of your pipe dope, and this stuff's messy, so try not to get it on your hands. And we're gonna pipe dope in here. And I wanna make sure I got a good amount. I got some dripping over here. I'll use that. Cool, got some on there, and now we're gonna pipe some on our pipe. And we're just making sure we're getting it into the threads. So that when it screws in, it seals it really good. Now, I'm putting probably more than you should because I don't want to have to crawl back down there and try to find a leak if there is. So, you know, if people say it's overkill, well, I'm not trying to crawl back underneath there, dude. It's dirty, it's nasty, it is not a fun place to be underneath. We use our pipe wrench, bite down on it, and tighten. Shouldn't have wrapped my tape so high, but we'll fix that problem right now. Back some of this tape off so I get a good grip onto the pipe. She's all nice and snug. Oh yeah. So now the rest of it is down there. So, and then I'll tape that up once it dries. But now we gotta go down below. So let's do it. All right, so I had to run to Home Depot and get some more stuff. Yeah, so we're gonna climb in there and see what's going on. Let me get this stuff in my pocket so I can only make one trip instead of having to make 2 trips. And we will crawl in here and I'll show you what we got going on. It's kind of rocky and dirty and tight in here, but this is what we got. And I still gotta come back in here and secure everything down with some my U-clamps and some wood. Here it is. Oh. There's where it comes down at, and we're gonna tie it all in this way. So let me throw this stuff out of my pocket. So it's gonna be hard to show you guys down here just because it's a tight area working of what exactly is going on, but to explain it, this gas line is coming down and it's gonna be running straight down and out through the bottom down there. So you can see down and out through down there, but I have to tee it off this way to hook up a gas hookup over here for the barbecue. So that's what we got going on. So I'll put you guys on the time warp. All right, let's take a finished look at everything. Oh, we got our pipe running down there. It's hard to see this dark in here. Got my block here with my pipe screwed down so it's locked in nice and tight. There's a little support under there so it's not sitting on the dirt. We got it locked in right here so it's not moving anywhere. And yeah, that's it for under here. Time to get out of here, climb my way out. There's the exit over there. I can make it. I can make it. All right, I'm gonna pause it, and then when I get out, I'll show you what we got done outside. It's just too hard to crawl with this thing. All right, so here we have our gas line here running underneath. We got it covered. That's where our footings are gonna be at, so covered. Boom, stubs up. We got our outlet over here. You guys can see. Right there. And yeah, so we're gonna turn the gas on and see how it goes. Here we go. All right, so we're mixing bags of cement today and pouring the rest of our footing. I don't know if I need to show how to mix the bags, but I will, since you know this could be your first video with us. But you're gonna put a little bit of water in the bottom, dump your bags in, and then you're gonna pull it all over to one side. Usually I go to this side because the lip's bigger, and right now I'm on a slope, so I'm gonna go to this side and pull it back this way. Add water, pull it back, do that on that side. Add water, pull it back, and then just gotta keep going with that process until I get the right consistency. So it's always good to add water in little increments so that you don't make your cement too wet. And you can always add more water. You can't necessarily always add more concrete mix, especially if you don't have any or if you don't want to go get another bag. So, when mixing, always go easy on the water. Don't go so heavy on the water. Since right now we're first coursing, I need my mud to be chunky or thick, you know? I need it to have it to be pretty dry and firm versus runny and wet, because that's what you would need to grout a wall or to grout something. So, in order to make that consistency just right, we're gonna make sure we only add enough water and not overdo the water. All right, so now you guys can see. That's what we got. Pretty firm and chunky versus that's really wet stuff right there. So that's what I don't want my lead to look like. This is what I want it to look like, so I can set my block on there and it won't squish all the way into the mud. So, all right, now we're gonna drive it down. When you're driving it down, obviously go slow, and then also make a little ramp to make it easier to get in to dump. And then we're gonna dump it and first course, the rest of that, and then start working on our second course. All right, over and out. Time lapse time. Oh yeah, we got flame. Got our gas hooked up. Got enough pressure in there. It's going good. We got some steps, blocks, first course today. About halfway there on the blocks. There's one of our caps on, so you can kind of see we got about a half-inch overhang. So yeah, we got some lights that are gonna go on there. Bam. So that's what we got going on right now. And gotta get some more concrete and gotta keep going tomorrow. So yeah. All right, over and out from Pablo and the Man, Portland edition. Actually Vancouver, 'cause we're in Vancouver, Vancouver edition. But yeah, ding dong. All right, here I am just mixing bags of concrete and putting them down, getting a good solid base there before I lay my blocks. I want to have it so they sit in there nice, and they're not too low. So sometimes I, will fill the mud up a little high and hammer them down just so that I know they're locked in there. And yeah, just taking my time with it. Sometimes they sink too low. I got to fill a little more in, go mix some more mud, come back. Sometimes I got to let the mud set up a little bit before I, you know, lay the block because it's too wet. But yeah, just take your time, no rush. Make sure they're all locked in and they're on a solid footing. All right, we got our first course in, and now we're gonna start on our second course coming across. So yeah, that's what we got going right now. That's what we got going. So I already moved blocks back here. I only got 4 bags of concrete left, so I'm probably gonna see what those 4 get me, how far they get me, and then go from there. So here we go, time lapse time. Same thing here, just mixing my mud, pouring it into my footing. On this one, the footing's a little bit smaller, but I'm just, mixing and putting the block down, laying my courses as I go. And usually I mix 2 bags at a time. That's, about max for the wheelbarrow that I had. And most wheelbarrows, I say 2. I mean, you could probably do 3, but mixing it by hand, it's hard. It's a lot of, work. So 2 bags is fairly doable. I would say 1 if you're just a beginner at mixing bags, take it easy. But 2 is pretty doable. 3 is a little hard. But if you're feeling up to it, you can do 3 at a time. But yeah, shoveling it in just so that it's easy. I guess I could have dumped it if I really wanted to, but shoveling usually gives you a little more control on where you're putting it. So yeah, just take your time, get everything right, make sure you have enough there so that you can lay your block and you're at your right elevation. So yeah. All right, here we are. So you guys can see with our cap on. Obviously there's another cap that goes on top of there, and then there's another step with another cap, and then boom, you're at the deck height. So so I gotta do grading over here. We move the fire pit out so I have more room to work in here. But yeah, that's what we got right now. Booyah. Oh yeah. Getting it. There's Kenzie. Oh yeah. See you guys tomorrow. All right, here we are back at it again today. Got another 20 bags, so we're gonna keep running it. 4 bags should get me 4 blocks, so probably 8, maybe 9 bags here, another 8, 9 there. We'll see. All right, I'm gonna throw it on the time lapse, and we'll go from there. So over and out. Later. Same thing here, just mixing bags, putting them down, and laying the rest of that second course. Sometimes it takes you a little while to mix the mud. I mean, those blocks are heavy. It's not a fast process. You know, it takes time, and they're heavy, so sometimes you got to take a break and catch your breath. Your back gets tired, your arms get tired. I would say the weakest part of the body is the lower back, because after doing all this work, my lower back was killing me. And they always say lift with your legs, not your back, but it's difficult to do when you're picking up 60-pound bags of concrete, or 80-pound bags of concrete, and 60-pound blocks. All right, we got the caps on. They're not glued on, but they're on for now, until I glue them down. Got lights underneath. They can adjust them however they want them, down or up or whatever. So yeah, that's what we got. Yeah, bam, so you guys can look at what we got. Got them all wired up so they're good to go. Yeah, freaking A, dude. But yeah, sweet. So tomorrow's Sunday, not gonna work. I think they're having a party here, so I don't know, maybe, I don't know, I might pull some blocks out. I think I need 36 more caps, and I might need some more block. I don't know, I gotta pull the rest of the pallet off down there and see what we got left. I need to get my grading and my levels in good and do this, and the fire pit and the little box around it. And yeah, pretty much done. I don't know, maybe 3-4 days left. I don't know, we'll see how it goes. So keep you guys posted. All right, over and out. Later. Hang on, let me turn the lights on for you guys so you can see. Ooh, activated. So this is what we got. We got some more blocks put in today. Got my electrical in for my lights. Got my lights working. Got some grading done. So that root, I think we're gonna leave. I don't know, I might chop it out. I don't know what they want me to do, but I got to do some compacting tomorrow, some compaction with the jumper, and compact this all, and then get a vibrating plate, vibe it all down to grade. I still need to mark out my footing once I get it all compacted for my fire pit box, whatever you want to call it, and then also for my little blocks that are going around it. But yeah, that's what we got today. It's looking nice, man. It's looking good. Still gotta grout in that joint, clean up some stuff. But yeah, looking down the creek over there. Woohoo! All right, over and out. We're done for today. All right, so today we got some more blocks and caps out front, but they decided that they want to do walls all around 16 inches high out of the stack blocks. So they were looking at it and they're like, oh, the dirt elevation and this and that, and I was like, yeah, you know, I should probably put something here to stop water and dirt from coming in, and then over there would be good just to keep it from spilling down, because they do get a lot of rain here. So they were like, yeah, that's a good idea, let's do it. So now today I'm gonna be digging some footings around and first coursing. So that's the plan. I don't know if I'll be first coursing today. I don't know, we'll see how it goes. We'll see what happens. Could be a possibility, but yeah, that's where we're at today. So I'll keep you guys posted. I don't know, I'm probably gonna tell them maybe they should put a step here to go down in if they want, and one over there, because I think there's gonna be a pathway going out that way eventually. But yeah, so we'll see what they say about it, and let's do it. Let's get it. All right, the end of the day here. We got our tree root out, we got our footing dug. Still gotta go maybe a little bit more over in that corner. It's a little high over there, so here we're pretty good. We're 8 inches down, about 14 inches wide. I need to go a little bit down over here and clean up the sides a little bit. I need to trim that the footing from before, and then so I can pour my mud all the way up to it, and then I should say, need to get some more concrete and start mixing bags and bringing blocks back here and start laying this stuff and getting it all laid out. Over on that sticks my blocks, so my footing will be up to the bottom line, and then it'll be 1, 2, and 3 blocks with the cap on top. So that's what it looks like I got for the low spot. As I work my way that way, it's gonna step up probably right around there where that tree roots kind of start, and then it'll just be 1, 2 courses and a cap. And then same thing over here, there's gonna be a little, where that tall post is at, there's gonna be steps going up. So that step will go run to there, and then from there it'll go boom, boom, up. Yeah. So that's it. Yeah, that's what we got for today. I gotta move my gas over because this is the edge of my fire pit box, whatever you want to call it over there. So I need to stub it over and then up, and then we're good to go. I mean, technically I could just leave it in the block and do it, but yeah, no, I might as well just take it up and over. Why not? Why not? You know, why not? But yeah, so that's what I got. Done for today. Over and out. Peace. All right, so we got all our steps on. We got all our caps back here. We got all the other blocks out from the front to the back. There's still some more out there, but that's for the fire pit area. So this should be enough to get us somewhere over there. Not all the way, but we got 14 here. So it's 14 across, but I got to do this whole section. So I'll probably get a little more than halfway over there. Tomorrow, I didn't really film today because it was a boring day. Didn't really have a whole lot to do besides run around and grab stuff. I got some rebar. I got some electrical stuff over here. Some lights. We got our electrical running up the side and underneath right there. So, yeah. That's what we got going. So, yeah. Nothing too crazy. But yeah, got some stuff done today. And tomorrow, we're back to it. So, yeah, that's it. Over and out from the creek. All right, before I get too far ahead of myself, got 2 bags, or actually 4 bags mixed already poured. I'm gonna first course, or start the first course with what I have a block here around. I got my bar steel in, and yeah, we're gonna work our way as far as we can around. So basically just mixing bags, adding water in the wheelbarrow, then cutting my bags in, then pushing them to the back. Then I usually pull all of it to the back where you stand, and then I just put water and I just start chopping it up, get it all over to one side, add a little water on that side, chop it back, and then just pull it out, roll it down from up there, dump it, and yep, gotta work. All right, so gotta put you guys in the time lapse over here, and just gonna keep jamming. So that's it. Over and out. Late. All right, here I am laying the first course of the wall that's gonna go around the perimeter of the fire pit area. And at that stake, I will be stepping my course down because my elevation drops down on that side, and I'm trying to keep my footing in the ground. So I'm gonna be dropping it down and then stepping it back up over by the tree where my elevation comes back up. So yeah, when your elevation is descending, you want to step your block down. If your elevation is going up, you want to step your block up, of course. That's so that your footing's not hanging in the air or your block isn't stuffed way down in the dirt. You want your block somewhat in the ground for your first course. Doesn't always have to be, but you know, you want your footing at least in the ground. So yeah, you just kind of have to adjust your footing and your first course depending on your elevations that you have when you're laying that course. All right, check it out for the end of the day. Got first course, all that, which was 30 bags of concrete. So a lot of mixing was done. So I set those on there so they can get an idea of what it's gonna be like. That's a 16-inch seat basically. So I gotta compact all this, maybe take a little dirt out, not 100% sure on if I got to take it out till I compact it and see what's going on with the compaction. Those blocks aren't glued down, neither are any of the caps, so all of that still has to get glued down. The blocks, I don't know, it depends on if they want to glue them or not. I haven't asked them yet, so maybe I get to leave them, maybe I get to pull them off and glue them again. So we'll see. So that's what I got for today. Had it on time warp for a little bit. I'm sure it probably died some point in there, I don't know when, but yeah, that's what we got it all looking good. So yeah, peace out, man. Tomorrow, here we go. I think it's day 14, I don't know, something like that. 2 weeks, almost. Yeah, well, yeah, going on 2 weeks, so 3 weeks, I don't know. Oh man, we did some heavy lifting this morning. We got another pallet of blocks. I think 50 come on a pallet, something like that. 48, somewhere around there. But we got 50 blocks. So Brian went to get the rest of these. Like I said, these jumbo guys are nice, but they're heavy. You know, they're 60 pounds a piece, basically. So I don't know how we got there. Quite a few, but he's going back to get the other half. We got all our bags here, 20. Don't know if it'll get me to the end of the job. I might have to get some more, but it'll at least get me, keep me going. So about to start mixing up. See, I already got some water in there already. That's how you want it, because if you don't, it's just all gonna stick really hard to the bottom of your wheelbarrow. So always have a little in there. Dump it in. When you dump it in slow. It'll splash everywhere. So yeah, usually I'll make a cut with my razor knife. I'll go here, here, and then across so that it flops all down. Because if you just cut across, these edges are gonna catch, so more cement. It's gonna be hard to dump out. So cut up, and cut across, and then dump. Yeah, we're gonna get after it. So throw the gloves on. Always wear gloves. Cement's dusty, dirty, dries your skin out, not really good for you, so can burn your skin. So yeah, wear gloves, wear protection, wear glasses so it doesn't splash in your eyes. Yeah, here we go, let's do it. So right now I'm laying more block, trying to finish this first course all the way up to that corner. I'm not gonna close it off yet and return it back to the steps because I want to still wheel stuff in. At least for a little bit until I'm ready to get everything in there and then carry everything over the wall, because at that point I can't wheel anything past that wall right there. So I'm just gonna kind of wait till a little bit later, and that's kind of the last part of mud mixing that I'll mix, is to lay that. But yeah, just getting my rebar in, getting everything mixed up and put down. Taking a few breaks here and there because it was hot out today and my back's tired. Dealing with some roots over there. That tree is pretty close to the wall and there's a lot of roots, so sometimes you gotta chop them out. So right now I've rented a jumping compactor from Home Depot, and I am mixing water in with the dirt as I compact it, spreading it out evenly, getting a nice hard base down in here so that I can dig my footing for the fire box, and that I can have a solid base for when I put my gravel down, just getting everything compact nice and hard in there so that all the water is going to fall out and not become a soupy muddy mess in there, and also giving the footing a good hard ground to sit on, because if not it can shift and move and would not be a solid foundation. All right, that's what we got going today. All right, that's what we got going on for today. It's the end of the day. We got some more first coursing done. Over there, I am going to step it up because that's one block below what I have there. So as it goes that way, it's probably gonna step up somewhere over there. I'm not sure where we're at yet, but this is the template we had made up, exact same size as our firebox over there. Yeah, so I still got to play around with some of my block elevation right here. This is the footing, that's top of footing, so my block will sit on top of there. I still got to redo my stakes and get them lined up. But yeah, that's what I got going today. Yeah, we got a little piece in there open so that when I pour it, this is the indicator, right? This stake indicates bottom of my firebox elevation, bottom of my block, first block, top of first block, top of second block, cap height. So, and that's what I have over on this side as well. Oh, I don't have it all on there, but yeah, that's what I got those there for. Staked in so I don't get too tight on my form. This form is 14 inches wide, because that's what my firebox over there is. So can I measure this? Boom, right at 14, all the way across. So when I put my block in there, block butts up right to that, and then that guy will slide right in, and then it'll be money, 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 money. And then off of the edges to this, to the block, I think I got 42.5. So let's see, or 40, what is it, 41? 41, okay. Going off this side. Ooh, right around 41. The tape is angled, so it's hard to, you're not getting an accurate measuring, but it's 41. And then over on this side, boom. Tape is bent, but yeah, it's 41. Boom, off of this one. Ooh, 40. So maybe I need to kick it over here. I don't know. I mean, when I'm pouring it, I guess I can give myself a little bit of a ½ inch on this side. Give it a little wiggle room over. Maybe I'll just tweak my form a little bit tomorrow morning. But yeah, that's what I got going. Over and out. Peace. All right, for today, we're gonna be first course in that section over there, most likely, and getting it all built up and glued together. So yeah, that's what I got going on. So time lapse time. So let's get it. So right now I'm just digging my footing, getting all my elevations right, getting my string lines on so I know where my first course needs to sit to be level. And yeah, that's all I'm doing. It's good to always have a form in there. It's good to have stakes. It's good to have string lines so you know where everything's going to be at and at the elevations when you do it beforehand, because if not, you're kind of guessing and it might not turn out how it should. So it's always good to do that prep work beforehand, and so you know you're spot on when it comes to doing it, because once you mix the mud, you only have a certain amount of time before it starts drying. So have your lines and everything up right first so that when you mix your mud, you're good to go. Then I'm just working my way around, getting my first course in, making sure everything's nice and level, making some cuts, and should have everything about locked in. And yeah, you know, just making sure everything's nice and tight, my joints are good, cleaning up all the concrete that's in the footing down below, packing it down so that it's below grade, cutting my blocks so they all match. Well, that's it for today. As you can see, we got a little rainstorm come in. I got that finished up. We got that locked in over there. So now really all we gotta do is bring blocks in and stack them. So I'm gonna get out of here because it's raining, and I'm gonna try to head back and get cleaned up. Peace out. Oh yeah, from Vancouver, Washington, Pablo the man. All right, right now we're insetting our lights into the block because they stick out kind of far. So on these ones, they're inset tucked in there, and on that one down there. So we're gonna do the same here. We're gonna take this guy and put him in there. So first thing we gotta do is pull up our cap. We didn't glue it down yet, which is good. This is what we got. I gotta unscrew this. Basically, I gotta notch this block out underneath a strip, notch it out so I can push it back into the block. So we'll show you what it looks like time-lapse time. Let's do it. So we take our, see, I already notched out before to sit flush, but now we're gonna inset it, so it's gonna go back a hair. So now I'm gonna mark my outside, right? Mark my back, my side. We're gonna mark her, ooh, right on the edge, and then underneath, bam, and that'll give me a line so that I can notch this out so it'll slide in and sit right on that little spot. So here we go. So here I am making some cuts, using the blower as a fan to blow some of the dust out of the way, because if not, you're going to be breathing that stuff in, and it's just not good to breathe in. So if you got a fan, use it, blow the dust away from you as you're cutting. You know, it's a dusty, messy process when cutting blocks and stone and bricks. So definitely use a fan, use eye protection, use gloves. Try not to breathe in that crap. If you have to, wear a mask if you're in confined areas. Woo! Phone's going off. Who could it be? Oh, Kelsey. All right. Well, for today, I got all that stuff glued in the back. Ran out of glue, so I still gotta keep going from over there that way. Gotta make a cut somewhere over there for that last block, and then I gotta run my electrical, and then I gotta move that firebox over here. Then I gotta start gluing caps and cutting caps. So that's what we got for today. It's coming pretty nice. I inset the lights in there, so they're tucked underneath there now a little more. And yeah. So you guys can check it out. But oh yeah, and we're gonna have to trim our caps on these because we only want a 2-inch over. So we'll trim it, make it look all good, get her done. All right, over and out. Pablo and the man, Vancouver, Washington edition. Yeah. All right, so I got my firebox in. Just pulled that in right now. I'm gonna start cutting some blocks and getting my last row here. I need 2 more blocks, so I gotta go pick up 2 more. Start cutting some caps, gluing them down. Yeah, almost there. So close. So that's what I got. I'll put you guys on a time lapse, and you guys can watch the magic happen. All right, here we go. As you can see, there's a lot of cuts on these. Basically all this firebox, wall, little lock-in thing, they're all cuts. Everyone's a cut basically. So it's a lot of cutting. I burned through, I mean, if you're gonna really do a lot of cutting, spend the money and get a good blade. Don't buy a cheap blade. A cheap blade will work, I mean, I had to end up buying 3 blades for this, where if I would have just bought an expensive blade off the bat, I probably would have lasted me the whole time. But I went with the cheap ones, so you do burn through them pretty fast. So the more expensive ones are worth it. And I'm just cutting them with a skill saw and a diamond blade. And if you wanted to, you could use water, and it probably would help your blade a little bit and knock the dust down. But it does make a mess, and it wasn't my saw, so I didn't want to get it all messy and dirty with the concrete water. So, you know, that's where you get the dust, and it does burn through the blades a little bit faster. But, you know, it's part of the process. You know, I'm using the fan, trying to blow the crap away from me, blow it out, or the blower, I should say. But yeah, headphones are good too. It's a loud process as well. But yeah, just making cut after cut after cut. All right, here we are, end of the day video. I got all of the blocks glued. I got my first and my second row glued. Got my cuts done on each side. Ran out of glue, so I need to glue this bottom section down here. I need to glue this whole side. I need to finish cutting my trench, my little notch for my wire for my electrical. I guess I could have ran it on the outside and then brought it up in, but I already have it stubbed up over there. We're just gonna run it on top of the wall. Last light goes here. We got a light here. We got a light here. I got one light in here. I got another light in already over here. That's where it stubs up and cuts in. I got a lot of cuts to do on this cap for this thing. Basically I need to take this guy over here, place him in there, and I need to cut these evenly so that we get evenly pieces. 4, 5 pieces, even 5 across. And then over on these edges, what we're gonna do is cut a piece like this for this side. It's gonna have a straight joint here, a little piece is gonna go in here, another straight joint, and another long miter angle. So that's what we're gonna do on each side here. On the front and the back, they're gonna be the same. They're gonna be 5 caps all around the same size to fill in that space. And yeah, that's what I got. And then I gotta clean up all the trash, get all this crap out of here, clean up all the dirt, level it out, and then bring in all the rock and throw it down. Oh, still gotta hook up the fire pit. I got a little cut for the keyhole down there. If you can see, there's a little hole. They opted not to have a plate on there. They said they didn't want it, so I'm not gonna do it. But yeah, that's what we got for today. So over and out. Peace. All right, we're back at it today. Gonna finish our lights and our caps, and hopefully we'll see where we get done today. But yeah, it's a nice day out. Sun's not too hot, too blaring, so let's get after it. Here we go. Here I am finishing cutting the electrical that's in the block that wraps around for my lighting. Had to cut a little trench in there, cleaning it out, blowing it, doing some of my cutting for the lights over there, right there, making sure everything is nice and clean. It's a process, takes a little bit of time. Marking it all up, cutting it, and yeah, the finished product will look very nice. As you can see here, I'm making lots of cuts on the cap for the fire box, and yeah, a lot of cuts. I had a template made out of cardboard, had to make some measurements, get everything figured out right here so that I had an equal amount of stone in there with the same angles. Took a little time, got it all figured out, cut them all on that side, flipped it over to the other side, and made my cuts. Yeah, it's just a little process, takes time. It's not rocket science, but you just got to be patient and think it through, and bam, you got a nice looking top once you're done. All right, there it is, almost there. My saw took a crap on me. My blade was done. But yeah, I still got to make some more cuts, corners, the rest of this thing. But I got a lot of it done. Got all the caps back here. A lot of cutting, as you can see. And yeah, fire's in, it's hooked up, ready to go. I don't have the gas key, or I would turn it on for you guys. Maybe I can get Brian to turn it on here in a sec. But I can turn on the lights. Those work. I can show you those. So you hit this little button. Also, it's Bluetooth. Goes off the phone. But yeah, there's all our lights down there. You got 3 on that side, 3 on this side, and 1 on each end. So it should illuminate it very well down here. Yeah, so tomorrow I gotta do some cuts, do a lot of gluing, and then clean up all of this out, level, bring in all the rock, get it all down, and then backfill along the sides. Got a little walkway out, so I don't know, maybe I got 2 days left. I don't know, one day, it's a lot to do in one day, so probably 2, maybe 3. We'll see how it goes. I'm almost there. A lot of heavy carrying of blocks and bricks and all kinds of stuff. So, all right, over and out. Keep you guys posted. All right, we're back at it today. So I'm gonna finish my firebox place pit thing. Finish the caps on there, cut my corners, and then run my block, make my cuts where I need to on the ends, and then start gluing them down, start getting everything set. I got to do some adjusting on the lights a little bit, but yeah, that's what we got going. Got a new blade, oh yeah, so we're gonna get after it here. That's the plan, and keep you guys on the time lapse, so let's do it. Here I am making a few more cuts on some stone on the caps and fixing some lights, because the lights were kind of set too far in. When we've turned them all the way down, they were pointing like too far onto the block, so I kind of moved them out about a 1/2 inch, just to give it a little bit of a overhang more, so when it shined all the way down, it was illuminating downwards and not directly onto the cap. But yeah, just did some minor tweaks there, finished cutting some more caps, getting everything in place so that I can start gluing them. Here I am gluing all the caps down, get everything locked in and set. Going around and just, yeah, getting everything down, glued nice and solid, so they're not going anywhere. And then I'll start moving in some gravel, or base, I should say, base gravel for the base, and then they're going to put some nice polished rocks on top of that. All right, that's it for this project. Yeah, everything's done. Everything's on there, looking good. I'll have to come back and get some night shots when it's going and when it's dark and the lights are lit up and everything. But it came out really nice, and I think they're gonna put down some different gravel here. This is just a base. They're gonna put down some finished gravel later, but yeah, that's how it came out. Ding dong. All right, we're out. Pablo the Man. Vancouver, Washington edition. Peace. I got the finished gravel in, light, all around. Yep, there's the finished product. Yep, there she is.
I don't know, I'm gonna watch this thing.
Well, we could, I thought it was